Hey guys, this is Electrified Motors here. I am in Tampa, Florida. Just wanted to give you a little bit of update on my road trip. So we left from New York early in the morning. We drove to Atlanta, Georgia. Then the next day from Atlanta, Georgia, we drove to Florida, Tampa. So currently I've done 1,490 miles since we left New York. Actually a little bit more because I reset the trip when we were in Staten Island, so you can add 10 more miles, so 1,500 miles to be exact. And we spent a lot of time on the superchargers, don't get me wrong, but the time on the superchargers always kind of goes by quickly. Like, you go get a drink, walk around, stretch your legs, so you end up less tired when you actually get to your destination. To give you a little bit more insight at how the trip computer looks like right now, here we go. So the trip computer looks like this. 1,490 miles altogether. We used 511.7 kilowatts. That's a lot of energy. But the average consumption is 343. This is not bad at all. I believe Tesla Model S, my old one, at best was getting about 290. So this much bigger car, we were driving a lot of people, a lot of baggage, so that's not bad at all, not bad. I did have a issue with the tire. I have a small tear that was patched in New York before I left. And here, I'm just charging before we head back to Atlanta tomorrow. Just want to get a nice and full battery. I will plug into a level 1 charger later just to get a little bit more juice before we leave. Any mile counts when you hit the road. Yeah, so it's been really good. I wish this car had 300 usable miles when you in between charges, but that's just not. This is just not a reality with electric car right now. Lucid Air is supposed to give you 500 miles, but I really want to see that when you are actually driving on the highway using heating, cooling, and you're not going 55 miles an hour, but you're actually going like 70, 75. And on the roads that we took from Atlanta here to Florida, the speed limit was 70 miles an hour. Everyone was doing 80 and plus. We were doing 75. So with that kind of speed, your battery degradation, your battery usage drops significantly. I run into a couple of people from New York at the superchargers actually, and they said the same thing, that even though they had the Model 3s with long range, they said that the actual range is not what they are able to get. For me, for example, whenever I saw that my rated not ideal range shows up to be about 180, 190 miles, I would be able to do about 160. So 30 miles, you just toss out. It's a lot of miles. So with electric cars, bigger battery, the better. It's really adds on. And if you decide to go a little bit faster, that battery gets depleted even quicker. So yeah. So if you're buying an electric car that they say that the rated range is for 300 miles, you have to look realistically at stopping at a supercharger every 220 miles. If your rated range is 220 miles, like on my Model X75D, you got to stop every 170, 180 miles at best. You're not gonna get more miles than that, unless you want to risk your car's battery running out of energy, your energy shutting down, and all these things. I one supercharger that we pulled in, I literally had 3 miles left in the car. But when we left, the supercharger was about 160 miles away, and I had 198 miles of range. And we left, and we end up getting to the charger with like 2 miles left. Yeah, so it all depends. You need to use AC, air conditioning, heating. I don't think they do, honestly, I don't think they do the EPA ranges with people in the car driving on the highway at the speed limit. Let's say they're driving at 70 miles an hour from Florida to Georgia. There's no way in the world that this car can get 220 miles. Tesla's range for the Model X 75D was 240 miles. There's no way in the world that that's going to happen. So with Lucid Air and Rivian, I would just take 50 miles and just toss it. That's my best estimate. And I can't wait until we actually get people to do the actual range testing. What I'm really finding interesting is that Polestar and Mach-E, even though these cars they don't have a bigger range, but the range estimate by the trip computer, according to people, what I've seen online, it's actually accurate. With Polestar, one guy was driving in and got 260 miles, whatever the computer showed him. So, yeah, maybe they're showing less range, but you're actually getting the range that it shows. I think I prefer that. I think I would rather have my Tesla show me 160 miles of range instead of 180. And for me to have the electric app on and constantly checking what's my usage and how much it drops, and sometimes you see that you'll have 8% of battery when you arrive at the next supercharger, and that 8% goes to 7, 6, 5, 4 until you arrive at 1% or 2%. So that's my experience, guys. I hope that's helpful overall. And once I'm done with my road trip and back in one piece, back in New York, I'm going to summarize everything. I'm going to give you exactly how much time I spent on the road and charging. And I'm really evaluating the distance, range, battery, how fast it will charge to the best of my knowledge. So I'm not just following Tesla trip computer, because I will be probably still driving to Georgia at this point. Just kidding. But it added on a lot of unnecessary stops. So yeah, hope this helps. Leave a comment or comment below. Ask any question you like, and always please like and subscribe. Once I get 1,000 subscribers, like I said, I will draw for lucky person to get my the miniature size Model S. It's very nice. It actually looks just like a Model S, but it's small. And I think they will be discontinuing those models. So yeah, get it. Yeah, one person will get it, and I'm gonna be motivated to make more videos and post them here. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.